Oh, hey guys, this is the reading for May 20th to May 26th. We're using the Archangel Raphael deck and the Mermaid deck. I'm sorry, I'm still drying because from nails, but we'll wing it. Um, okay, so last week was pretty positive. I honestly felt it was positive for both myself and other people. Good news all around. Let's see what they have to say for this week, and I'm hoping it's a continuation because according to the year-long reading that we had done way back in the beginning of the year, May and June things were supposed to kick on up, and this is the third week of May, and so I'm hoping, yay, we can look forward to it. So here we go. Archangel Raphael, this is a great message. Expect a miracle, and it shows him healing someone in the hospital. And it says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for your miraculous intervention and healing energy, which has restored the health of, and then you can put the name of the person. This can refer to any situation where you're needing some extra help, and maybe you just don't know how to carefully do this so I don't, okay. You don't know how to approach it, maybe, and you're needing some extra help to kind of convince the person that you're dealing with that you know what you're talking about, or maybe the person has to kind of bend a little, be open to some suggestions. Maybe you need a miracle or a resource or an idea or some sort of person or physician or hospital or some sort of a clinic for a health concern. Maybe you need a great babysitter, a caretaker. Could be so many different things. You might need a particular kind of place to live. You might need a particular job. We're finding that more and more because unfortunately as people's health is getting impacted by the environment, more and more that's what I keep hearing. Well, I need this kind of a job. This is the kind of person I am. Well, maybe I need to do something different. And it's interesting because this kind of follows with this. The mermaids are saying consult an expert. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. So this means like career counseling. So like there's some people who actually do this for a living, who are really good at this, who kind of spend their time. That's all they do. They kind of guide you and they tell you, you know, that you'd be good at this job, or tell me what your interests are, or let's do they have, tests specifically guided to show you what you'd be good at. That might be kind of a good idea. Or if you have a mentor, if you know someone who's doing the job you like, and you want to know if it's really for you, consult them. If you're thinking of you want to move to a particular area, consult somebody in that area, ask them what it's like to live in there. It applies to so much. If you're considering a medical issue, talk to a physician or a nurse or someone who's actually gone through the procedure. Online, there's tons of support groups. You could actually do that, and that would probably be a good thing. If you need to know how to apply to a college and you need to know what it's like to live in that area, apply, ask the alumni, ask the student group. The freshmen are usually trying to kind of, welcome in the new class that's coming in that's the newer freshmen. So you never know. There might be some sort of a welcoming committee that might tell you whether or not it's really for you. Save yourself the trouble. Talk to people. Find out if what you're thinking of is actually going to work for you. I don't care if it's clothes, makeup, hair, a big decision, a car. This is just so applicable. I talk to everybody before I make a decision. Computers, just so I know I'm doing the right thing, and that way I can feel good about it. Okay. Middle of the week, and it's interesting, we got 4 from the mermaids, we got 3 from Lord Raphael. We got prayer works from him, which of course makes sense. I've been saying that, and they've been saying that nonstop. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for hearing and answering my prayer of, and then add your prayer. And they're asking me to highlight the fact of the rainbow light. Remember how we, at like the last 2 or 3 readings, I had mentioned the rainbow light, and I told you what each color was for? This is sort of along the lines of, I hope you're clearing and shielding, which a couple of people had mentioned in some of the comments. Well, I'm sensitive and I don't clear and shield. Well, please do. Please remember to do that. If you need to carry like index cards, literally, and just like a little reminder, make sure to shield and clear, or make sure before the meeting, blah, 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 where you're going to deal with the difficult person, you go ahead and do that. The other thing they're pointing out is the child. Some of you are concerned about your kids. Some of you are concerned about whether or not you can have kids because you're getting married so late. You are, you know, you're older, whatever. You might be having a second family. You might have had your first family. You might be in that second group, which is actually considering maybe of the last child, with the spouse that's really like the dream spouse. And what they're telling me is believe in miracles because all of this is possible. People, there's also, there's some people who are living longer, there's also some people who are doing things in a very healthy way. And you could be one of them. And what they're saying to me is that to tell you that the indigos will be living longer, the crystals will be living longer, and they're like their anatomy is different. So we'll respond to things differently. Um, oh yeah, and this is one more thing. There was a client who came in who said she didn't know how to handle spirits. They were bugging her so much. She had like literally all noise machines on, like the TV, the computer, the radio. This is an issue about boundaries too. You can have boundaries with the spirits, and you can basically ask them to leave you alone and be firm and keep reiterating it till you're actually heard, and use light. That's also the message of this. The corresponding mermaid card is dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. This is kind of important. It's not egotistical to think of yourself in good big terms if it's going to help you, motivate you to get excited about your future. If you're using it in a bad way, if you're kind of psyching yourself up, and if you're talking about yourself in big terms and people are getting turned off, maybe because you're being boastful, and then maybe you shouldn't do that. That might be the downside of it. But privately to yourself, you can certainly dream big and make your own dream board and make your own positive affirmations and write out what you really want. There's nothing wrong with that, and that would certainly help you. Okay. And we have lastly, and this is I think a lot of relief for people, we have home help. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage to ask for and accept help from you, the angels, and others regarding family in my home. It feels like it's money issues regarding the house, keeping the home. It also feels like babysitting. There's some people just looking for good caregivers for their kids, possibly some good caregivers for their family members. And it's not all elderly. Unfortunately, there's some young people who've made some bad choices and gotten themselves hurt, whether it's through drugs or just accidents that have happened. And then unfortunately, they need a lot of care. You can find a good caregiver. That's his message. Please pray for it. Please visualize it. And it's okay for you to ask for help. It's a sign of strength. That's the big message with this. The message that goes along with it is mother help. So maybe some of you need to help your mother. Some of you might want to just, maybe you're being hard on yourself if you are a mother, and they're saying that you are a good mother, and maybe you need to get some healing. As you heal your feelings towards your mother, as your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. If this doesn't apply to you, maybe just ask if it applies to a different, any other kind of female figure, like friend, best friend, neighbor, aunt, grandmother. There might be a female that needs some healing that you have a relationship with during a week. Try and work on it. There's some possibilities. You may just have to say, I'm sorry. You may just have to ask or visualize it, or may just have to give the person some time. In any case, everything will be just fine. That's what they're telling me. So that's the good news. And, okay, I'll have to do the 2 mermaids with the last one. Caffeine free. They crack me up. Caffeine free, as if anyone's drinking caffeine. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask you to cut my cords of attachment to caffeine so I may honor my body's natural energy rhythms without chemicals. So this is the message: to drink green tea, maybe like herbal teas, more water, to cut back on any soda, to cut your sugar down, cut any chemicals out, because it helps your manifestation. That's really why he's so joyful about this. If for some reason you need to drink a certain amount of caffeine because of certain medication issues, please do so. And know that you're not being judged. You know, Archangel Raphael and God certainly understand that you have certain needs. This message, like I said, all these messages, you have to kind of tweak them to your situation. It's not all so black and white for everyone. There's some people who need to have a certain amount of caffeine because they're on a medicine for their health. And I'm encouraging you to have that. And I can promise you that your manifestations will happen. I don't want you to feel guilty or bad about this, because God still loves you, the angels still love you, and you're still doing fine. And Archangel Raphael's just nodding at me. Okay. Then the two mermaid ones we got was make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. And it says let yourself receive, which kind of goes right along with it. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. So this might be like allowing yourself a little treat, like pedicure, massage, maybe just a night out with your husband to let someone else babysit. I don't know. Let yourself receive a compliment from somebody. Let yourself think that you're a good person. It could go so many different ways. Make a wish that you receive all your dreams, that everything manifests beautifully, because it can happen. And you can tell yourself, I receive my good graciously. My dreams come true. My prayers are answered. It's all happening now. And the summation of the week, we're using the Angel Tarot. I love it. The summaries, I love these. We got the Dreamer, and it's Archangel Metatron in like a swirl of light outdoors, and it says, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. And so I'm really kind of curious to see what happens for all of you guys. This sort of has already happened for me in one way. I'm kind of hoping for more. Okay, guys, have a great week. I'm praying for your health and happiness, for your success. I'm praying Earth heals. I'm praying everyone gets along, everyone's business flourishes, the economy recovers, that governments cooperate, that I'm praying that the Republican side becomes more compassionate towards certain social issues. And I'm praying that all the political parties can get along and work together. That would be wonderful. I'm praying that the tabloids go out of business, and I'm praying that Hollywood decides to share the wealth and that the millionaires get taxed. The archangels and the angels and God and guides and spirit are all surrounding you with love and rainbow light energy. And they are just asking to put yourself in the highest and best place, and ask yourself to surround yourself with the highest and best people, and ask yourself to align yourself with with your divine potential, and ask your higher self to guide your thoughts and actions so that we truly create heaven on earth. And they're right now just showering golden light right over this room, and as well as over the camera. And I will see you next week.